Looks like you're enjoying using Moonlight. Yo, Sheed! Yeah, man, I love being able to play my gaming PC no matter where I am in the house. But I did have one question though. Is there a way I can play this even when I'm away from home? Oh yeah, that's super easy. All you need is Tailscale. What's that? Tailscale is a free virtual private network that you can use to connect to any device that's on your home network even when you're away. Here, let me show you how to set it up. Alright, so this will actually be a pretty quick tutorial because Tailscale is so easy to use and set up. It's actually amazing. But before watching this, if you don't know about Apollo and Moonlight, which are the apps that are used to actually connect your PC and play games from other devices, then you can watch my previous video somewhere up here. So first off, Tailscale is a free VPN or virtual private network which allows you to register your devices so that they appear to be on the same network. If you've ever worked a job remotely, then you've probably had to use some sort of VPN, and this is similar. When your devices are all connected to the same VPN, you can do things like sending files between each other or even remotely connecting to the other devices when you're away from home. Our use case specifically will be to use Tailscale on a client device like a phone or a Steam Deck so that we can use Moonlight and connect to the gaming PC as if we were right at home. Now, using a VPN like Tailscale isn't the only way to achieve this result. You can actually use a technique called port forwarding, but that's generally considered to be less safe since there is no password or extra security measures to guard your home devices. Tailscale is considered a safer option for a few reasons, and one of them is because it uses a secure protocol called WireGuard. WireGuard basically creates a private tunnel between your devices. Your data and your connection is encrypted, and only the receiving device knows the correct key. Also, Tailscale is generally safer because you are in full control over which devices get access to your virtual network. Alright, now let's get on with the tutorial. I'm going to do this on my gaming laptop since my gaming PC is already set up with Tailscale, but we'll still connect to the gaming PC when we actually go use it. I just want to start to set it up there. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is download Tailscale on your gaming PC, and it's super easy. All you want to do is go to open your web browser, go to www.tailscale.com, click the download button up here, and you'll see that it's available on multiple platforms: Mac OS, iOS, Windows, Linux, and Android. Today we're choosing Windows since, most people's gaming PCs are Windows, and let's download for Windows. Once it's finished downloading, you want to open up the installation file here and just go through the whole installation process, let it do its thing. Okay, now we have Tailscale successfully installed. We're just gonna click the Get Started button, and now we wanna sign into your network. So I already have an account with Tailscale, so I don't need to create a new one. But if you are new to this, if you don't have a Tailscale account, you're going to need to click sign up. Again, it's totally free. You don't pay anything. All you need to do is sign in with your email. You can choose your Gmail account. It makes it super simple and it'll take a few seconds. So since I have an account already, I'm going to click sign into my network. And then it takes me to this page to sign in with Google or sign in with my email. I'm going to click sign in with Google because that's where my network is set up. It's with my Gmail address. Then once you're signed into your account, it'll tell you that you're about to connect this device to your virtual network. So as you can see, you're about to connect Rashid HP to the Tailnet, and we're going to click connect. And that's it. As you can see, it was successfully added to our virtual network. Once you have successfully added your first device, it should take you to this admin console, and you can see all of the devices that you have connected to your Tailscale account. For me, you see I have a couple of the devices here: my iPhone, my laptop, my main PC, my NAS, etc, etc. Alright, now let's move over to downloading Tailscale on a client device like a phone or a Steam Deck. I'm going to use my phone. Okay, so I'm going to use this Samsung Galaxy S5 to download Tailscale. It's available on the App Store and the Google Play Store. All you got to do is open your App Store and then go to Tailscale, click install. We're going to let it do its thing. Okay, now that Tailscale is installed, we're going to open it, get started. Connection request is just, now it's asking just Tailscale wants to set up a VPN on the phone. You want to click OK because that's exactly what we want to do. And now it's asking me to log into my Tailscale account. I'm going to click again, sign in with Google, because you want to make sure that this device is on the same account that all of your other devices are. Now we see that same message. We're about to connect a new device. We click connect, and that's it. Now we can see that we have added a new device to the Tailscale virtual network, and it says Samsung phone, so we're all good there. And just remember that you can do the exact same thing on your iPhone, Android, your tablet, your Steam Deck, your ROG Ally. Any device will work with Tailscale as long as it's running some kind of operating system. Now, before we move on, I do want to talk a little bit about how to install Tailscale on the Steam Deck, because it is a little bit special, and I have a super easy tip for you to get it set up and to have it be able to use it whether you're in desktop mode or game mode. So to install it on your Steam Deck, you want to first go into desktop mode, and then you actually want to install Tailscale using a script that's available on GitHub. Now I know it may seem sketchy at first, but please don't worry, it is totally safe, open source. Many people have used this script to install Tailscale on their device, including myself, and I have had no issues. The GitHub link to this exact script will be in the description, so be sure to check it out there. Once you have Tailscale installed using the GitHub script, you're also going to want to install another plugin on your Steam Deck called Decky. Decky Loader is software that runs on your Steam Deck that allows you to access other plugins and tools that are super useful. If you don't have Decky Loader installed already, then I highly recommend. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description on where to find Decky Loader and how to install it, just because I don't want to make this video too long. So once you have Decky installed and you press this settings button on your Steam Deck, you'll see a new option here that looks like a plug, and this is the Decky Loader menu. As you can see, I have several plugins for my Decky already, and at the bottom, I have one called Tailscale Control. Now this allows me to turn on and off Tailscale whenever I'm in game mode, so it's much easier to use. I don't have to go to desktop mode just to turn it on and off. Once you have Decky installed, you can click the store icon in the top right in order to download Tailscale Control, install it, and then you're all good. To show you some gameplay, I'm going to use my iPhone since it's already connected to a cellular network. I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi, and I'm going to be able to use Tailscale and Moonlight in order to connect to my gaming PC, even though they are not on the same network, and we're going to see how the game goes. Alright, as we can see, I have Wi-Fi turned off, my VPN is on, we're connected to the Tailscale network. Before we open Moonlight though, we're going to need to go into the Tailscale app on whatever device you're using, or maybe another device, and you're going to need to find the IP address that Tailscale has now allocated to that device. Once you find your device name from the list here, all you're going to do is press it, copy the IP address, and we're going to need to save that IP address in Moonlight. Now that we're back in Moonlight, we're going to press this add host manually, and this is where you're going to paste the new IP address for that device. The reason we need to do this is because your old IP address that you were using before is your local IP address. But when we use Tailscale, it gives us a new IP address that is on the virtual network so that we can connect to that device. So once you place your IP address in this box, just hit OK and you should be able to connect to your PC. All right, now we're going to connect to the PC. We can go to Steam. It's starting up. And that is it. We have successfully started Steam. This is running on the gaming PC, remember, not on my phone. This is Steam running on my gaming PC that is being streamed to my phone on a separate network. All right, so we got Marvel Rivals loaded up here, and I turned the statistics on so we can see what kind of numbers we're getting. And as you can see, the network latency is around 40 to 50 milliseconds, which isn't great, but you know, it all depends on your connection. Right now, I don't have the greatest cellular connection in my basement, but honestly, the game doesn't feel too bad. Like, it still looks smooth. We're still getting 60 frames per second. It's just the inputs are a bit, delayed just because of that added 50 millisecond delay, network delay. But this will all depend on how strong your Wi-Fi is. If you're on a very strong Wi-Fi network, even if it's another network away from home, this connection should be a lot better. Or if you have a really strong cellular connection that's better than mine here, your connection will be better as well. So that is why you're seeing this delay. It's because I don't have the greatest cellular connection and I'm not on a Wi-Fi. I'm just using my cellular connection to connect to my local network with Tailscale and Moonlight. So all of this pretty much depends on the strength of your Wi-Fi connection. Even saying that, I probably still wouldn't play fast-paced games that require like really quick reflexes. Because that 50 milliseconds or that added network delay is just going to put you at a disadvantage. So I really wouldn't recommend playing fast-paced games when you're doing it this way. But story-based games, slower-based games are perfect for this. Even with a little bit of delay, they're still pretty playable. Now, before ending the video, I quickly want to go over some bonus tips and troubleshooting that I had when I was setting everything up and how to get the best out of this remote gaming setup. Now, one question you might be thinking is, do I have to leave my PC on the entire time if you want to play games from it remotely? And the answer is kind of. So if you're at home connected to your local network, you can actually wake your PC up from sleeping by using something called Wake on LAN. And in order to enable that on your PC, it depends on what motherboard you have and everything. You usually have to go into your BIOS and then your Windows settings to turn it on. But once you turn it on, you can then wake up your PC from being asleep as long as you're connected to the local network. If you were to try to use Tailscale and let's say you're away from home and your PC is asleep and you wanted to wake it up, you can't actually do that because Tailscale is only a software solution for this network, and in order for Wake on LAN to work, it needs to broadcast that signal across your local network. But the good thing is there are a couple of ways that you can get around this to actually wake up your PC from sleep even when you're away from home. The first and probably most easiest way to do this is to actually have another device that's on your local network that's always on, or it can be another mini PC that is always on. Then you want to use Tailscale to connect to that device that's always on in order to wake up the PC that's sleeping. Let me show you an example really quick. So right now I'm using my MacBook Pro and I have the terminal open because right now I'm going to SSH, which is pretty much connecting to a remote device. I'm going to SSH into my network attached storage that's at home. And remember, this is on the Tailscale virtual network as well. I will SSH into that and then send the Wake on LAN request to my gaming PC. So let's do that really quickly. All right, now I'm remotely connected to my NAS, and this next command that I'm going to run is going to turn on my gaming PC. So when I press enter, you'll see my gaming PC is asleep right now. It's going to wake up. And there we go. Now there are easier ways to do this, like you don't have to go into your Mac terminal, but I just wanted to show you an example. And if you want to see a video of like all of the ways that you can possibly do something like this, just let me know in the comments and I will definitely work on that. Now, another issue that I did come across when I was doing my initial testing and setup for this, I actually couldn't connect to my gaming PC when I was using my phone's cellular network. It was actually pretty simple to do. All I had to do was go into the admin console and change from using IPv4 config into IPv6 config, and then I was able to connect to my devices using my cellular network. So for some reason, if you were having those same issues that I was, then I'll make sure to leave some notes on it in the description below. Anyways, that's it. I hope this video was helpful. Tailscale is really awesome. It's free, easy to use, and I'll catch you in the next video.